back to another Freddy's allotment video. We're back down here today. We're on the new plot. I don't know if I'll show you this. We have literally doubled our growing space. It's amazing. We've got the big strawberry box down here. We're going to put four by four posts on it. With like concrete in it, so it's going to be absolutely solid. This is our new plot. It's absolutely amazing. What we're doing now is just digging out a bit of weeds. I think Dad's got his cup of tea and going to sit on the bench. With that, I've got some grow bags we got last year. I'm going to fill them up now. I'm going to show you how to plant some potatoes in some grow bags. Let's get on with it now. So this is actually our allotment. It's absolutely amazing. It's the same size as our plot now. Some lovely raspberries here, which I'm thinking of doing a little fruit cage like there, and then all the way there, which will be nice. Pick the raspberries, and then that strawberry box we're thinking of put in there. And I think we're going to have the raised beds, IBC tank for water, which will be good. And yeah, it'll be just nice to carry on with the plot. Right, let me show you these potatoes quickly. I filled them halfway up. Well, me and Dad have with that compost delivery we got in the big Dalek composter. And I'm going to take you over to the greenhouse now and show you how to plant some potatoes in some grow bags. Right, so potatoes. Now, potatoes are a crop we're going to grow every single year. I don't think there'll be a year without them. It's basically a sample in our garden. Sorry if you hear chainsaws in the background. Someone's cutting some wood up at the top. So potatoes, you can do them in grow bags, you can do them in raised beds, you can do them basically anywhere with a bit of soil, you know. So here we've you got today we're going to be doing them in some grow bags. I've got three different varieties. I've got Maris Piper, King Edward, and a shallot salad potato. Now I'm going to grow 3 in each bag, which will give us plenty of potatoes this year, and we can do a little review on them and we'll see how they go. So basically, to plant potatoes, you see the little knobbly bits. I don't know if you can see them back there, but there's little knobbly bits. You want them facing upwards. Now that's basically the top of the actual plant, which will grow upwards. Depending on how you grow potatoes, if you chit them or not, if you do actually get some spuds growing, you will always have to poke them at the top. Now don't dig them in or anything. Or if you're going to do them in raised beds, you can do them in trenches and stuff, but for me right now, I ain't digging them, I'm just placing them on top. All you want to do is place them on top. Now don't forget to always label, someone's going, don't forget to always label your potatoes, because if you don't know if it was a good crop or a bad crop. Now these are all earlies. Now earlies you want to do between March and April, sometimes even May. Lates is May and June, and I don't know what I said there. I think I said late, and then that's about the late earlies, and then the lates you can do around July, I reckon. I think, and you can still harvest potatoes all the way through December, maybe even January. So right, I'm going to take them over to the composter bin, but I'm going to put all the labels in, and let me get the wagon. Right, this composter here is full of that soil that we got delivered. What you're going to do is probably say 2 inches compost, and this is the Charlotte, whatever it is, Charlotte salad, and I'm just putting a nice thin layer on top. Nothing too much, nothing to kind of drown them in soil, just something to just cover the top off. What you can do, I've seen people do this before and all sorts of stuff, is when you still see a little shoot coming up, or when the plant is established. If you actually see a potato, that will go green and that will be mouldy. Won't be able to eat that. So what you can do is add a bit of soil. Last year we had a raised bed back there, which you saw me in episode 1, 2 or 3 I think, changing them into the planters, and I buried them too shallow, way too shallow, and the potatoes on top were all green, but we still had some absolute lovely ones. Right, what I'm going to do now is fill them all up and get back to you. And after you fill them up with soil, never ever forget to water them. They won't grow, so you want to give them a nice water. Make sure your bags have some nice holes in them, well done for draining, and just bits like that. Give them a nice water, and you'll have some lovely potatoes. Right, then where you put it really doesn't really matter actually. You can put them in greenhouses, but because of the time of year I think it's a bit of a waste. Just make sure it's level, not uneven, so the water will drain nice and evenly. We're doing this on our new plot, which will be good. So basically you just want them in direct sunlight so the soil can warm up and they can actually like germinate like a seed. Oh, they're really heavy. I'm not putting mine in the greenhouse because they can go outside, so it's really just making up more space in the greenhouse, which we need for seeds and stuff. Oh, it is heavy. Alright, let's make sure it's even, and yes, water can drain out at the bottom. It is good for that because you don't want it to get all waterlogged stuff. Right, now I hope you enjoy sowing some potatoes yourself. So, allotments. We're going to talk about allotments for a minute or two. Right, so about allotments, if you got a brand new allotment, are you scared, are you nervous, are you excited? Have you got 6 foot high brambles? Have you got 4 foot high tall grass? What have you got, you know? Are they run by council, so can you maybe have skips or stuff? Are they privately, like me? If you don't know already, these are private allotments. They were originally owned by the council, but some people had bought them and they're absolutely amazing. They've kept it well for the past 6-7 years, I think. Are you going to have weeds? As you can see back here, I've got some weeds and stuff which need to be dug up, which will be, I think it might be tomorrow, I don't know, it might be next week. Have you got any raspberries? Have you got any strawberries? These strawberries, they're going to be theirs. I mean, I don't think anyone in the world has ever got an allotment where someone had 2 bits and they're getting rid of one, so you've got to move all their stuff. That's literally what we've done. We've moved all their stuff over. I mean, it's random, but are you going to have a big box? Like, you don't know what you're going to have. Are you going to have any old tools in the way? Are you going to have tons of weeds? What is going to be there? Do you have any sheds or stuff? And about structures and stuff, you can have raised beds, you have the in-ground beds, you can have pots. What are you going to have? So it's all about these few different features that have 2 allotments. Now, don't get nervous. When you come down for the first time, take a pen and paper and your phone or a camera and absolutely take pictures. You can plan where you want your bed, and that probably won't be the end plan. It will probably change 2 or 3 times. But I hope that helped that little bit, and I hope I see you at home.
Right, basically the tomatoes that I grew, they got too leggy and couldn't put them up. The tomatoes we're going to do this year is Oxheart Striped, Marmande, Cherry Tomato Small, Cherry Tomato Large, Roma F, VF and an Ace 55 VF. Any questions, pop me an email. Lovely, thank you. So after planting some new potatoes then, tomatoes, and I've got them flowers there with 4 peppers. It's going to be my little table for all my stuff. The tomatoes that you saw me just rip out, which I'll pop a little picture on now. Don't look the best that picture, but it's a picture. I left them to go too leggy, so I had to take them out, and you saw me do some of these tomatoes. You didn't actually see me sow the tomatoes, so It was like sort of unhappy that they're sort of too leggy and I've got to get rid of them, and sort of happy so I can show you. So I'm going to let that warm up, and then I'll turn it off because it is.
Alright, so I've gave my shed and my deck a little revamp. I've put a little screw on there for my bag, I've got my bin, and in here I've put my chair away. I've hung this up with a screw, my little vegetable thing. I've put a shelf up with my garlic water, which my nan's made. I've got about 10 bottles up here, and it is sturdy, it is proper sturdy, this shelf, it ain't going nowhere. And that garlic water, all it does is makes the slugs and smells not attractive. So what I do, I just put it in the watering can, sprinkle it around my raised beds, and the slugs don't go near. Put all my tools back up, I've packed my chair up, and it does just feel a little bit bigger in here. Right, what we're going to do now is sow some courgettes. Let's just go under. Right, with my shed, if I'll just tidy my shed up, you're probably like, Freddie, you have nothing to tidy up. Honestly, it's just fun tidying. I've got my cup of tea. And we'll sow some courgettes together. So this is a zucchini courgette we're going to have this year. Can you see me? I don't know. So you've got to just fill up your little trays. And of course I showed you yesterday that I've got my water up, didn't I? See, I think I might do this more often, put this little piece of ply across, and I can show you. Right, if your soil is quite dry, you can give it a pre-water, but it's alright, but I'm going to do it anyways. Let me get my little jug and crawl back under, because we've got my water barrel here. Right, how do we get that? Right, just filling it up now. Oh, it's quite handy having the water barrel there. Ooh. Hello. Right, so yeah, it's quite handy having the water barrel there. Looks like a piece of hot glue in there. Don't know how that got in there. Right, if you want to, you can pre-soak your soil. That means as soon as the seed goes in there, they can start germinating. But I'm not going to do the zucchinis for me. You can sow from March onwards. It's the 20th, 19th. I think it's the 19th today. And I'm sowing some courgettes, which we got yesterday in a B&M. £4.60 I think it was for this packet of seeds. Ridiculous. But I'm very thankful because Ali from the Rusty Garden has sent me loads of seed, which I'm very grateful for. And I'll see if I can use them all. Oh, they look like pumpkin seeds. See that? They look kind of like pumpkin seeds. Yeah, I'll put Ali's YouTube channel in the description. Right, all you're going to do is just all the motorbikes in the background. I don't know if you can hear them. Just push them in slightly. Yeah, that's good. Push them in. I'm putting 2 in each module. These are quite big modules. Don't know if you're doing zucchinis this year. And then any leftover seeds, because these are quite big seeds, I always put in the seed packet to save for next year. Alright, I've actually swapped my seed box again to, don't know if you can see it in the background. This green one, I have no clue if you can see it. It's just better to rummage through the seeds. And I like it. It's nice, little compact. Right, after you've done that, all you're going to do is get your compost. You give it a light sprinkle over the top. Cover them up. That's it, just cover them up. Pat them down a bit. And once they've got like little plants like that sort of height, you can put them up into pots. And this is way more. What, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. 12, yeah, 2, 4. Well, mine's gone 4, 8. Yeah, 12 plants will have if they all germinate, which sounds weird, but I hope they don't all. It'll be good to get them all, because you know it's 100% germination. And all you're gonna do is get a little label and put, what is it, courgette. And the variety is zucchini. I don't know if that's the variety of what they've just put. And you always put the date on the back, because that always helps when you need to put them up. What you can do is give them a bit of a water if you want to, but it's not really that necessary, but you can do it anyways. Right, that's it for this week. I'm going to sit down and enjoy my cup of tea. I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure to like and subscribe. Have a good week, and I'll see you next week. Bye!